Hey everybody, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Ready to Die Fighting. I'm Chris, and for the last couple weeks I have been putting food into Mylar bags like this for a long-term storage. This is a great way to keep things fresh and safe for years, depending on what the food is. You do need to do some research and find out what foods you can store this way for how long, because you can't do all of them. Some things such as brown rice or raisins, even though they have a long shelf life, they're heavy in moisture or oils, and those things just go rancid and deteriorate over time, pretty much no matter what you do. However, things like white rice, beans, lentils, flour, powdered milk, things like that, you can bag up like this, and it will last indefinitely, supposedly. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to show you how I've been doing it, and probably tell you why. And like and subscribe if that's the sort of thing that you're into. Let's get started. So in order to do this, you only need a few things. You need a Mylar bag, which is I think it's like, this is I think it's 7 mils thick, I believe is what it was. That's both sides of the bag, like closed up, put together. So it's like 3.5 on each side. It's like this reflective. I mean, if you've seen the space blankets, that's what this is. It's made out of that. So it's like puncture proof. It's very tough. It's very lightweight. Blocks the sunlight. Oxygen doesn't. The air doesn't permeate through it or anything. So that's why you want to use this. And you want to combine it with oxygen absorbers. The silica packets that absorb moisture probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. I don't have any. I don't know that it's necessary for what I'm bagging up today. But get some of these, and they come in different sizes. So this is 300 cc's oxygen absorber, so it'll absorb 300 cubic centimeters worth of oxygen. I don't actually know how much that is, but that seemed like these are, I think, 1 gallon size bags, and I'm not filling them up to the top generally, so it seemed like that was good enough for this. Something to keep in mind with these, though, I bought a bag of 100 of them. However, as the second you open these, they start absorbing the oxygen. So what was nice about this particular one is that it was 10 packs of 10 like this that are sealed up. So you don't have to worry about potentially ruining all of them. And they do start absorbing the second you open them, they get exposed to the air. So I take my extras and I put them into a little jar like this, and that keeps them from absorbing too much oxygen, and it buys me more time, basically. I've also been putting them in some of these mason jars. These are things that I don't want to keep necessarily for 10 years, but I'm probably not going to use them in the next few months. So I put them in here just to extend the shelf life. And I ran into a moth problem. Some moths hitchhiked their way into the house, probably through some rice. I read that that's something that can happen. And so I don't normally freeze my rice and flour, things like that. I just buy it and put it on the shelf. And sometimes it has eggs in it. They hatch, and you have a problem. So now I've got to do all this. Hard lesson to learn, but the lesson is learned. Learn from my mistakes. Put the stuff in the freezer first to kill anything. Using the oxygen absorber also kills them, because they can't live without oxygen, like most things. Then you need some heat source to seal these bad boys. So I did see some that has Ziploc, like a zip type of thing. I don't know how much I trusted that. So I didn't want that kind. I'd rather seal it, just because I've had so many of this type of bags where the zip feature just doesn't work all that great, and I just didn't want to be bothered with that. And that's basically all you need. A straw can be kind of nice. This is a copper straw. Better for the environment. Some of the bags did have like a flat bottom, so they would stand up. That would make this easier for sure. But, you know, before I bag this up, I like to grab a Sharpie and write what's on here. So this is some, I like this pasta a lot because it's made with vegetables. So you're getting a serving of vegetables with the pasta. So it makes it just a little healthier. And it tastes fine. So I'm just going to write on here, veggie pasta. And I'm going to put this. I'm not sure how much is in here. It says 12 ounces. Is that a pound? Most of the other bags seem like a pound. And then I usually write how much a serving size is. So 2/3 cups is a ration or serving size. And I'm going to put 1021 because it's October 2021. And I'll figure out, it says 12 ounces. I thought 16 ounces was a pound, so I'll do some math on that later. 3/4 pound times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 quarters, what is that? 2 pounds and 1/4. And we just jump it in. Put that off to the side. Now, just kind of fold that over to try to get as much air as I can out. Get to the bottom, like that. And I put this on the lowest setting. An iron probably would work better. I think an iron runs a little bit cooler. I think you want to put it on like a low setting. But the flat iron, it seemed like it'd be easier, so that's what I picked. And so I'm going to turn it off so it's not too hot. And I'm not going to seal it all the way across. I'm just going to go most of the way across. That's what I kind of like it. I can just do that. And get it most of the way. Now I'm going to stick the straw in. Corner. Very edge. And try to seal off as best I can. As close to the straw as I can. Turn that back on so we're getting some heat again. And now, I'm just going to suck some air out with the straw. It's not really necessary because the oxygen absorber is going to absorb all the oxygen, but it doesn't take all the air out. Most of the air in our atmosphere is made out of nitrogen. Nitrogen doesn't react to, food to make it spoil. It also isn't going to react with this oxygen absorber, so it won't shrink the bag down like a vacuum seal. It'll shrink a little bit, but not completely down. And so just if you want to, it's probably not necessary, but if you want to, you can just suck the air out with the straw. And so that's what I'm going to do. This way. Just make it so I can be sure to reach it easier. is sealed off with very little air. And once the oxygen absorber gets going, it'll shrink this down some and it'll be kind of vacuum sealing. You want to have at least 2 inches sealed off to make sure that air can't permeate. I find that giving it a little curl like that kind of helps seal it off nicely. It seems to do a better job. I pretend like I'm doing my hair. I'll just go over it multiple times. Just going to be on the safe side. And that is it. And theoretically, this will stay fresh and safe to eat for a very, very long time. I don't suck the air out of everything, but something like noodles like this, there's just, they're elbow macaroni, so there's just a lot of, it's a hollow tube, so there's more air in there than would be like if this were flour or rice or something that's like more tight. So I just suck the air out just to make sure that the 300 cc's, like it's going to absorb enough. And then I throw it into some sort of bin, some sort of plastic airtight bin. You can use like a 5-gallon bucket. I do have some of those. I like to use a Gamma Seal on the top like that so it's easy to get in and out. This one, I haven't sealed up this stuff. I don't know if I'm going to. I might just leave it like that. But that's airtight and waterproof food grade bucket. So that's one way you can go. This is a different type of container. It also works. It is also airtight, waterproof, dustproof, and it's got this gasket that keeps everything sealed. And you latch it. And then that is done. So that's it. Like and subscribe if you got any questions or suggestions or whatever. As always, put them in the comments. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Oh no, I got a hole in my shirt. Oh no, how embarrassing. Catch you guys in the next video.